All right, let's take a look at the chart action for the total crypto market cap. All right, so this is what we've been looking at. We had this uptrend going like this. We broke that uptrend going to the downside right there. Ever since then, I've been kind of skeptical and took a little bit of profits and been setting up these Fibonacci retracement levels in the different charts. So what I did is set up a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top. To the top right there, and you can see I like watching the 38% level and the 50% level. I talk about it all the time on my channel, and check out what happened. We got bounces right on that 38% level right there. We got a bounce. We came up to that red line, that 23% level, and gave us some resistance pretty much. We went above it for a minute, but that's pretty much where it gave us resistance, and we came back down. When we came back down, we hit this 50% level right there. So yeah, and then we got a bounce on the 50% level. That's the other cool thing. So right now what I'm watching basically is this resistance right there and this resistance right there. We have a downtrend going something like this. Until we break this downtrend going to the upside, I'm slightly bearish pretty much. Once we break this, I think that's going to be a bullish signal. What I do with these 38% levels and these 50% levels is I put limit orders. So a lot of my limit orders have gotten filled, and right now I'm waiting to see if we could break this downtrend going something like that. All right, so if we jump into the 4-hour time frame, here's what I'm looking at. We have resistance right here and resistance right here. I'm watching this trend line, something like this. I think if we could break this trend line like pretty good going to the upside, we might have an inverse head and shoulders or pretty much a reversal pattern. So what we do then is target it from the top to the bottom of this inverse head and shoulders, drag that to the breakout, and we're looking at a target of approximately 2.22 trillion. And we could also watch this uptrend going something like this. Let's see how long we could keep this uptrend going, and I think if we break it to the downside with some momentum, then we might be done with this pattern. But yeah, we'll kind of see. It looks like we're getting a little bit of resistance after breaking that trend line right now, and I'm not sure if we're going to get faked out or not. So I would actually just watch this trend line right here for confirmation if we are heading back down kind of. But this pattern does look pretty good. Like I said, it does look like an inverse head and shoulders, and I think all we have to do is just break above this with some steam, maybe break this 180 moving average as well. Once we break that, then maybe that'll help us as well. We're on the 1-hour time frame right now, so it's kind of a smaller time frame, so not 100% sure about this pattern, but we're gonna have to wait and see. It could be the start of something of a reversal though, possibly. Let's take a look at the moving averages because I'm really watching those as well. So let's delete everything we have right there. So we have the 9 moving average coming in right here. We've actually been going in and out of it. So this isn't perfect. We're going to want to go to the next time frame. But in general, it's better to be above it than below it in my opinion. And right now we are below it. So let's jump over to the weekly since we are kind of going in and out of it. Let's go to the weekly time frame and see what that looks like. All right, so we're on the weekly time frame right now, and we have the 9 moving average right here, and this one is a lot more clear. When we break above it, we have a nice bull trend, and when we break below it, like right here, we have a big bear trend. This was that big kind of bear market that we had, that we just got out of pretty much, and this was just that bull market that we just went through. So what I'm thinking is we are getting support on this 9 moving average right now. What we don't want to do is dip below this and stay below this. And because I think if we are above it, it acts as support. And if it's below it, it acts as resistance. So right now we are getting supported on it. Let's hope we can keep that support going. If not, I think we might be going to those lower levels, those lower Fibonacci levels, something like this 61% level or maybe even the 78% level, and having to retest this bottom trend line right there. If we go back to the weekly time frame, we had support right here and we have support in this area right here. That's where that bottom trend line comes from, something like this. So yeah, I'll be watching these. If we keep trending down, I'll be watching these Fibonacci retracement levels and this trend line, something like that. If we can break to the upside, let's say we break this trend line going to the upside. Let's kind of delete some of this stuff. Let's say hopefully this head and shoulders will work out and we keep trending up. We break through this trend line right here, and we break through this trend line right here. I think what I'll be looking at is just trying to break through the previous resistance levels, something like that. What we really want to do is break out of this whole Fibonacci retracement, because then we'll be setting a higher high. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at on the total crypto market cap. Let me know what you guys are thinking, if you guys are bullish or bearish. And if you have any requests, let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to get to some more coins. I'm thinking about Bitcoin and Ethereum next. Alright, if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up button.